Hey, welcome back to my channel. So I'm in my sewing room. Of course, we're at the top of the new year. And I clearly have got to get my sewing room or my sewing studio in some type of order. Of course, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking. You're going to see a lot more doing. Because of course I started off and I sew clothing, and then I've kind of navigated into this crafting and vending, and I have to marry these two spaces because I'm not giving up either one, even though I haven't sold something in, I don't know, maybe 2 months, but I'm not giving up either one. One of the challenges that I have is I need to lift things up off of desktops and countertops, so, and move some things around. So let's just talk a little, and I'm gonna flip the camera around so things will make a lot more sense. Okay, so when I say getting things off, like all of this, it's like sewing and crafting and different things, but I need to lift them up. Everything up in here where you see the yellow, get my hands in here, the yellow bins, these are all patterns. So Simplicity, Butterick, Nomi, McCall's, they're patterns. I can lift up these bins. I need to straighten this out. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of anything as far as my sewing. I need more of this. This is IKEA, so it's so specific, but I think I need to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get a huge pegboard maybe for this corner and kind of work this out. You'll notice I have some things up here too, a lot of sewing things, really, and there's some crafting things in those. This is a whole nother issue because this is all like my serger thread and sewing thread. And all of this is what I'm talking about. I need to get off of here to kind of get my life. All of this is patterns. And then you can see these are zippers for sewing. More patterns. It's just so much. This is all stuff that I would sew for me. And I need to get this taken care of. And you can just see this cabinet needs to move. There's a lot. There's a lot I need to have. Now I have this whole embroidery thing going on that has been very good to me. So we say nothing bad about that, but has been good to me this season. And I need to get something to put all of this thread on. These are scraps that I need to kind of take care of, but some stuff under here is vending. But just a lot. This is the one shelf that I have in here that you can see that I think I can do something else with, but better organized. So just a lot. I'm going to make a ironing board because I've been working with this cut one. One of my cutters thought it was smart to cut on the ironing board. And so here we are. But I'm just going to make one because I saw Mimi G do hers. I saw Norris do his. And so I just need to make one for this area of this table. But the thing is, my issue is this goes outside of this door. So I'll never really take anybody out here unless you see. Okay, so right here you can see this is all my vending stuff right here. And I need to restock, refill. That's why it's down here. But if you look in this corner, it's more material, batting, all of the things. Another sewing machine that I used to keep in Georgia. It's a lot. More batting, all material. It's just, I got to get my life. All of this, again, a lot of patterns. Scraps. And then this is my love right here because my puffer bags, makeup bags, tote bags have done so well that I've purchased enough so I can keep going for a while. So I did that a couple days ago. Once again, something that has been good to me. These are my vending tables. This is more stuff I just gotta get my life. So you can just see, like I said, it starts out here before you even get into my sewing room. And probably while I am doing this, I'm going to be making a list too. My sewing table is on fire as well. But I'm going to be making a list. So really, I don't want this to be like a 4-day project or a 2-day project. Nope. Yeah, 2 days. Today, and then I need to be at somewhere getting something to help organize my life or merge the two things that I am loving, which is sewing, but I have crafting, and really just find the space and time for each one. So that's what we're working on today. That was longer than I wanted it to be. So let's get started. Drawer under here is basically no good. I have a new one over there, but it doesn't connect like this one, so I have to take all of these I have to take the sewing machine off of here, take off this drawer, and then put that drawer under here. But I need to put the legs on as well, so I'm going to move these sewing machines. Oops. All right, hold up. All right. So I'm going to take the sewing machines off of here, the serger and the sewing machine, take this off, and then get rid of this because it's just a piece of crap. It has fallen apart. And then go ahead and put the new one, and that'll help with eliminating some of this stuff under here. Alexa, continue. of this project of getting my two worlds to collide, my sewing and now my crafting. And I said this is only going to be a day one. First day I got a lot of stuff done. I ran out to Home Depot. I got a pegboard. My husband put up the pegboard. I had to get, and I'm going to show you all of the things at the end. Really the biggest thing, I have stuff sitting on my table, and I'm going to kind of, now I've made some new combs. So I'm going to get right into this day 3. This is going to be the final day because it has to be done before, I would give it like 2 hours. I need to test out some products, and so I got stuff I need to do, and I need this to be done because I needed my mind to be clear. So we're going to jump right in. Alexa, play music by Layla Hathaway.
Shuffling songs by Layla Hathaway on Amazon Music.
start here because this is an area that you all do not see often. I just filmed a video here, so of course this is where it was filmed. And then people come in here, sit and talk to me, but it's usually so much stuff here. It's, you know, challenging. And then over you'll see that I have my mirror. And then down here in this little area is really my embroidery area. I was just trying to gather all of the things, as you can see, that I need: the thread, the stabilizer, the spray, some bobbins. Put them in just put them in a kind of container. So everything is here. Of course, this little area is right where I use my embroidery. I move the embroidery machine over when I'm using it. But for right now, it's going to be in this corner until I kind of get that taken care of. My table is finally clean from the front to the back. Only thing you see right now, this is my laptop that moves with me and the mouse for that. You'll also see that I left a pin dish as well as a clip so that I have them. So it's clips in that one, pins in that one, so that I have them when I need them. And then, of course, this is my little pressing area. I talked about this earlier. I'm not replacing this at all as far as getting a new cover. I'm just going to totally get rid of this, and I'm going to make a board so that I have it, and it's just easy. Get some plywood, make it, and we'll be good. Over here, this has always been here, and a lot of times I reach back when I'm pressing if I need a ruler, if I need some pins, because you can see it's a magnetic pin there. If I need those things, they're easily accessible. But probably the biggest thing is I put the fabrics that we work with in clear bins. So my goal is that you can pull out the bin, you can get what you need, fold it, and put it back in here. I chose clear for the new things in here so that I can see what's in here. And it'll make it easier for the girls as well. This is another bin. So you can pull, you can cut, and then you can put it back in there. But more so we know what we have, because that's the hardest thing. You can remember this top, especially that you would see it from the back, was just totally crowded. Tons of stuff on here. And what I did is I picked up all of that stuff. I put some of it on shelves. Some of it was fabric. Some of it ended up back here. But I just needed this to be clear because it was driving me bananas. And then below is where all my clothing fabric is. And that could be organized a little too. But it's in there. Okay. So I had two organizer bins here, the black ones that sat right here, and I end up putting them up on the shelf up here. Okay, so this is a shelf that houses a lot of things up top as well, so it allowed me to clear out this space. But probably the biggest thing that allowed me to clear out the space was getting this pegboard. So you'll see right over here to the right, I have these pegboards that came from IKEA, and I have two of them together. I just knew I needed to go to Home Depot, get a regular pegboard, make sure that all of my fabrics were, all of my thread was good and organized and kind of color coded something, because this thread here was sitting on top of the tops of the shelves and different things like that, and it was in a bin. So this really just helps me 100%. This is probably the best thing that helped clear out a lot of the clutter. Then of course just my printer here and printer paper. But now you can see my sewing desk is all cleared up. Okay, so in the back here previously things lined this wall. I wanted everything up. I just was like, I need space, I need things to be clear. So this has been good. And then I've always had a drawer here, but you could probably see in other videos, I had another drawer sitting over here. That was this one. And the one that was here was just tore down and needed to come out, but it was attached to the top. And with it being detached to the top, I had to, as you saw in the video, pull the table out, unscrew that top, get rid of it, all of the things. But now this one I got from Walmart, and it has coasters on the bottom that I can lock, and it's good, and it has things that I need accessible while I'm sewing. So in here, just really easy things are organized. Presser feet, needles, buttons are in here as well. Then you'll also see my clips. So I'm always using my clips, my weights. These are where they need to go once I'm finished with them. So I can easily pull them out, put them up here, and I can sew with them, and I should be good. But the biggest thing, they have a place to be put away now. More hardware and things that I need and use. More hardware that I use when I'm sewing clothing. And then, of course, hardware for crafting and a little bit more thread that I did not have space for. So I'm going to get more pegs here. You can see the empty part, the hooks. So I need to do that as well. You can also see right here, I keep a coaster in here. This was my test coaster. I did these for the holidays and I sold them, I think, in a pack of 4 or 5. And this was my tester one. So I keep it here because I don't like rings on tables or my sewing area. So I'm always drinking something. Even if it's just water, I'll throw this down and put it on top of there. You'll also see that these are my calendar books. This will be where they will be housed when I bring them. This is 2025. This is 2026. And so this moves with me. I'm always looking for places to hang things. So right down in the corner here, you can see I put a hook and I hung my square rulers. My other rulers are hung up here on this particular pegboard. Okay. This was a hot mess. Right now, I just set this here. When I decide, or I'm trying to work with a tester pattern or something I'm trying to sketch out, once I've sketched it out and we're going to be making these, what I do is I put it on like construction paper. Okay, I will name it and everything that it needs to have, to this, to that, oneness. And when the girls come in to cut, they can just put this down on the fabric and cut it. So they come in and they know there's specific things that need to be done and they can do that. So I want to put holes in these and then I can hang them and they'll be out of the way. But they're sitting right here for now until I find a permanent home. And then I also put this little stand, which has another one that can go up, but I didn't want it up too high. Just another place where I can organize things. This basket has all my computer stuff in it. It has the USB for the jump drive, for the embroidery, a disc, a battery. This is for my Mac, a stand, another stand. So I can just... I'm always like, where is this? Where is this? Where is that? So this will be the little bin for there. These are washers that I use as weights when I'm cutting and the girls are cutting. And then, of course, another lint roller. These right here I got from Michael's not too long ago. They were like 80% off. But what I like is just another place to store things, but it keeps it nice and neat. And then once again, like I said, I'm trying to always go with clear. So I purchased these 2 clear bins. I purchased these 2 clear bins to put fabric in. So to make it easy to pull out what we need to cut and then put it back in here neatly, but it also makes sure that we know what we have, especially with this whole, you know, crafting. Now, these are some fabrics that I'm about to use because I do have a vending event coming up. And then in the back, I'm going to do a little fun project of a collection, and I'm excited about that. Down below, just another space where I can store things. For the holidays, I did embroidered handkerchiefs, and those went over really, really well. So I want to get back and try to put those on the site. And then these are straps for the aprons that I embroidered, tissues, and there's more thread gathered, waiting for me to get the hooks for the pegboard. Now, one thing that I did do is I end up moving all of my vending things under the table. So this table has the ability to go up on the wall. So you can see right here that, move my hand so I can focus. You can see that it clips right on the wall. And so that's not going to happen as much as I'm doing in here now. So I moved my bins that I store and we pack, and this is what we take when we're going to vending events. Stands, there's like the wristlet kind of thing that we use as well. So everything is under here. Usually what happens, I have this in the garage. After the vending event, we unload the car and we keep it in the garage. That way we don't have to do a lot of up and down. When it's time for the next vending event, we'll fill the bins, we'll check the bins, but they're not normally down here. They are now. New year, let's get it together. Let's see what we have and make sure that we are on point. So this is nice. Everything is under here neatly as it can be. And yeah, it's working right now. Really, really happy with the space that is kind of cleaned up. Things are in new places, but good places. And you can see this was a hot mess, this table right here, but it has all of my sewing patterns in here. And this is drawers full, and I even have more than that. But the whole point that it's clean, and like I said, I'm going to get these up and put them somewhere so the girls will have them, will be a good thing. You'll also notice, you saw me putting a hook, but right here in between these two, I just hung all of my square rulers. I put a hook there, and let me see if I throw some light behind it, you can see them right there. So I'm happy. And things are looking clean and good, and they have new homes and new places. Okay, so this is the picture I picked up from Home Goods, and you know why? Because Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, to not harm me, plans to give me hope and a future. And as soon as I saw this, which is one of my favorite Bible verses, I was like, yep, this is coming and going in my sewing room so I can see it every single day. And it can pour into me, it can pour over me. So yep, I'm gonna have him put this up. And I've had this for a couple months as well. I saw it and just was like, okay, I need to get this. So now that we're kind of cleaned up, yeah, it can go in. So okay, so I'm feeling good. It didn't take long. It was more of getting things that I needed to get for the space to help organize. And like I said, there's some things I still need to get, very minor, but right now I'm feeling good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. A little long, of course, because over the days, but I'm good. I'm happy with it. And I didn't show y'all. Oh, let me show you. Let me back up. And I have this one shelf that, of course, has family pictures on here. My mom, my dad. Of course, these were my two girls. That's Wit and that's Aaliyah when they were a lot younger. Also, you'll see a picture back there. Jordy, my great niece, of course, made me a picture. This, I don't even want to talk about this, but I'm sure if my niece is watching this, she's gonna die laughing. This is a birthday card from my sister, which I'm going to frame because it reminds me so much of us. A candle. Just some inspirational things back here. Go where you feel most alive. A card that Jennifer gave me that I still keep because it says you're a friend who's always there. Always lotion. And then you can see my business cards, and I have a frame back there as well. So this is probably the only shelf that has some personal things on it. And there's a plaque that was given to me when my mother passed away. By some of her friends at the church, and so I keep it right here because she's why I sew. So yeah, so it's a lot, but this is the only really personal shelf I have in here. I have some of these that I want to get up. I purchased a while ago. Don't Dream It, Sew It, and then this other one right here, Sewing is Cheaper Than Therapy, I think. So yeah, just a couple of fun things. So So that's it. Hopefully you like that. Couple of days more than the days that I wanted to spend doing this, but it's done. I feel good. I feel like I can start working on some things, and I'm happy about it. Hopefully you're cleaning up the old year as I just did, so I can move into this new year. And until next time, I will see you soon. Mwah.